All right. I love it. What's up, everybody? We are live. Welcome to another episode of Alpha Leak Live. Shout out to the Wagmi fam and everybody that's here. We are joined today. We got a dope show today. We are joined by the man, the myth, the legend himself, the EthSign master. Xin is here. Xin, what is up, man? How are you?
Good. How are you? How are you
doing-
guys? Pretty excited to be here.
Yeah, man, this is really dope. First off, I appreciate you doing this. I know it's crazy time zones. We had to kind of coordinate. It's 11 p.m. where I am. I know, maybe 11 or 12 where you are. So I appreciate you obviously making the time. I'm excited to jump into this with you. But maybe just give like kind of our audience maybe just a quick like basic intro as to who is Xin, and we'll jump in from there. Sound good?
Yes. About myself, I'm a pure crypto guy, and I joined crypto before I graduate. So I've been doing a lot of stuff in crypto. Start from mining. I was an electronic engineer. I built my own miners. That was like 2017, 2016. And later I spent 3 years in venture capital. I have understanding to a lot of different project and stuff. And start from 2021, we funded in the very beginning EthSign, but now called Sign. And here we are.
I love it, man. I love it. So let's jump into it. Let's talk EthSign. I guess first things first, right? So I think it was last year you guys raised about $12 million in seed funding. Obviously, like no small feat raising $12 million. But what are you building with $12 million? What exactly is EthSign?
So right now, like the company actually is already we the new name is just Sign. So we dropped the E's for obvious reasons, because we have building applications on different blockchains, not just Ethereum. And actually the 12 million fundraising has happened in 2022, and last year we raised about 16 million, another 16 million for Series A. So it's a startup. Already been doing for 4.5 years, which is pretty pretty long in crypto, but normal in the real world.
Yeah.
So back in the very beginning, when we started to build a DocuSign equivalent in crypto. So we call EthSign. So it's like we think about, okay, signature. It shouldn't be that easy. It shouldn't be that hard. It should be, there's open source software for everybody to sign verified contracts. And that was our first product. And until now, we have about 200K monthly user for EthSign. So it's still the contract signing application. And but our product expand a lot. So right now, we not only have EthSign, we also have Token Table as the crypto like token distribution platform. We're the largest like token distribution platform. Every year, last year we distributed $4 billion worth of token, like on Ton ecosystem, on ETH, and right now a lot of hot projects like Kaido Virtuals, and even for OKX wallets, there's a lot of projects get listed or get like airdrop. There is airdrops through our solutions, and that's Token Table, and so now like Token Table is already a pretty mature product. We have about 70% market share. And say for this year, our focus is two. One is I think honestly we're trying to go hard on make blockchain technology useful for the traditional world. Yeah. And one of the possible angle is we work with countries. So a lot of countries actually start to think about how they can benefit, how they can use blockchains after Trump launched a coin. So basically, regulatory risk has been a lot of clarified. So right now we're actively building like blockchain-based digital infrastructure for countries. Right now we're
$4 billion last year. Holy cow! So wait, I know you just mentioned Kaito and a few others. Like, how many projects in total have you guys essentially helped out with Token Table?
At least 200.
Wow.
Yeah, many. It's not just like Kaido and Virtuals. Like every project launched on Virtuals, like Genesis, or like every project on Kaido leaderboard, their token are distributed through our token table.
Wow. Okay. That's I mean, those are crazy numbers. But yeah, it's like you said, in the Web3 crypto world, that's literally an eternity. When like in the Web2 world, that's commonplace. Yeah.
Yeah. So back to the token table a little bit. So
Yeah.
I think so basically recently we also launched so basically token table is token distribution platform. You can think of it as a crypto Goldman or Goldman Sachs, or like investment bank plus plus like a broker. So basically we handle token distribution for crypto projects when everybody launch token. So
Yeah.
initially you mint all the token into one address, and you're distributing the token to millions of addresses through airdrop, and unlock the token to your investors and the team members.
Yeah.
And the problem we have seen in this scope is basically crypto as like a self-regulatory capital market. So basically, in this market, suing each other is very inefficient.
Yeah.
So basically, our work, like we use smart contract to automate this airdrop, this like unlocking, to making sure, firstly, investor will always get their token.
Yeah.
Which is actually very important. So secondly, there's no information gap from retail investors to institutional investors, right? So when you're buying a token, you can see through token table understand exactly how much token are being unlocked, how many tokens still on chain. Like that's the two parts we're building. Recently, we also launched a spreadsheet. So we call the spreadsheet token table. So to help founders plan the token allocation, to plan to eventually automate all the like token distribution. So yeah, a lot of things are going on.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of things cooking. I also saw recently on some of your expos, you talk about digital infrastructure for nations and enterprises. I mean, that's a really, really big act. What does that actually look like, I guess, in 2025? Are we talking like governments, like Fortune 500 companies? Like, what are we looking at?
Yes. Initially, I want to give some like background, like context for this. So basically, I've been seeing there's a global trend that there will be more and more assets being issued into one format, which is ERC20. So think about ERC20 become a global asset standard, right? There's a US dollar, which is one of the largest asset, has been issued and widely distributed through ERC20 format. And there will be more. I think I can envision there's some more. Like, so the other countries are busy like tokenizing their own fiat currency into stable coins, and like metal exchanges like tokenize their metals into like say like gold stable coin or something, right? So it's a pair to gold, a gram of gold. So there will be more stuff being issued under one standard, which is ERC20. And with ERC20, every asset can access to global capital market, can have access to global liquidity. And at the same time, all there's so we need like a global identity, because like say when we are providing financial services to people, we need to understand who they are. We understand they are not come from like sanctioned countries or something. So so you see, like to make all this new like crypto global capital market work, we need so firstly a tokenization platform. We need a lot of tokens. We need a blockchain to host all these tokens. We need an ID to identify who's who. And so these are what we call the digital infrastructure. And based on the digital infrastructure, and say, imagine if for a country now they have like a blockchain-based ID, blockchain-based stablecoin, what can we do next? There's a lot of applications. We can do welfare distribution. It's so easy, right? So like a lot of small like governments, they're doing like base income for like every citizen. Imagine right now they can periodically get airdrop on chain. So it will be so easy, so efficient. And for welfare distribution, voting, land titling, right? So the ownership for land can be easily tracked. Okay, who's at what time, who owns what piece of land, or that kind of thing. So in corporations, so a lot of things happening, and we're essentially building like the infrastructure. We're providing a blockchain, or providing blockchains, or providing attestation system. We're providing like token distribution systems for like nations.
So
And
it's like all in one suite, essentially. You guys are looking to be kind of like this all-encompassing like platform. So I also I heard you mention stable coins, right? Obviously, stable coins like massive when it comes. I mean, I think the market cap for stables just crossed $250 billion. There's, I mean, legislation that's happening here in the United States, but when we talk about sign. And obviously, like recently, I saw on the news, you guys paired your sign token with the USD one stable coin. So why now? Why not ETH or USDC? Like, what's the play here?
So we'll basically choose our partners, and it's a partnership. So basically, like just talk about. I think a lot of people are promoting this new standard for all the assets, and USD1 is a new player for USD stablecoins, and they're actively promoting USD1, and they're promoting by adding more use cases to USD1, right? What kind of what's the use cases? Can be like payroll system, payment, or adding liquidity pair with active cryptocurrencies, or active in the future potentially tokenized US stock. Right, so like you want to have more like liquidity, so we'll talk about it, and we work together to add this liquidity. So because I think actually recently the same thing will happen a lot more. Like I think Circle, after they get listed on Nasdaq, they will also be a lot more aggressive than before in promoting USDC, and there's something we're also cooking together as well.
Interesting. Okay, so obviously, yeah, the USDC news I think was big, but I think zooming out also, I think I saw like you see all like the really big boys getting into stables. We saw MasterCard going deeper into stables. China's making different moves, obviously, like in Web3. Where do you see, I guess, maybe Sign Protocol, I guess, fitting into I guess the Web2 kind of to Web3 bridge, if you will?
So it's very simple. Just see us as a construction company, right? So basically, we go to different. So like I said, so blockchain adoption is a standard adoption, right? So you need more countries, more companies, more like individuals accept your standard. They download wallet, they interact, they sending transaction to nodes to use blockchain, right? So for us, like we're building like I just talked about, we're offering a stack. It's a stack. It's a framework to more companies, countries, so they issue their own asset, and they issue their own identity with the same format, and that's where we come in. So it's actually a very traditional business. Think about like there's a lot of companies going to different countries, build a bridge, build a road, and for us, we're building a digital version of like bridges and roads in different nations.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's obviously like I think it's a massively essential piece to this entire like new tech. I guess let's maybe I guess when we talk about like your community, or I guess like your community, right? Like is there something that they're specifically like hyped about, or anything that you're doubling down on? Like what's maybe the next move? Like what's getting people excited in the sign community?
So I think before all, like it's a real community. So that's so our in terms of our community, I really spend me and my team really spend a lot of time and energy in this, because we realized the core offering for cryptocurrency, or like we're say every cryptocurrency is actually based on their community. So there's a lot of ideas. Like I can share a bunch of them. Say, I think the value of a token usually come from two parts. One of them is economic value, right? Which is when you have a developing company, you're building solid business, you're building like solid products, you're generating revenue, and the revenue come like contributing to the economic value to this token. And but mostly like 80% of the value come from community. It's a currency value, right? So like Bitcoin is 100% currency value token,
Yeah.
but like say like BNB maybe 50% from economic value, right? Say like for us, like we have on the one side we have a very solid business, like I said. So we have Token Table as the largest token distribution platform in crypto. We also have this initiative to build digital infrastructure for countries where also generate a lot of like revenue for us. But the other half of the value of the token come from our own community. So we have this like realization, like start from last year, and we really spend a lot of time building this a global community. The firstly, community is not a seller community, right? They're not airdrop farmers. They're not here only because we're gonna do a lot of airdrops. They're here because firstly they like our vision, they echo with our vision, right? So we actively promoting globalization. We're promoting like money, freedom, integrity. We see blockchain and all these technology we build accelerating this global distribution of money, freedom, integrity. So like a lot of people love our vision, and secondly, we have a very good vibe. We have very good culture. So we spend a lot of time to encourage or like to help audience to like grow their own accounts, right? If they create very good contents, but they only have very few followers,
Yeah.
most the cases nobody will pay attention to them, nobody will see their good work. But we do. I'm actually, my official title in this community is chief reply guy.
Yeah, I saw that. I like that.
Yeah, so we comment, we retweet, we're making sure what if there's a good content, good good like use cases application they're building, we're helping them promote, we're helping them get attention. So I think attention is like Kaido said, attention is a lot of people like all we need, right? So we need to so we appreciate this like genuine contents or products built within the community. So gradually people feel positive about, okay, it's they feel like they're part of the community, that after
Yeah.
they off work or something, they want to go on Twitter and see what's happening this today. And also we have a lot of events, like say this last week, I think I remember, it's a national days. So basically every community from like India, from Korea, from China, they're posting about their own language and teaching the whole community about their language and their culture. So I
That's
think
cool.
there's a lot that, yeah, there is a lot of things. And I really think adding value, not just economic value, but I guess that's the reason behind why we have a so
Yeah.
strong community and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, look, I hear, and listen, I'm of that same belief. I think community is the heartbeat of everything Web3. It's the people that are constantly like showing up. It's not just your quote unquote customers, right? Like it's the really, it's different out here, right? Like you're going to build a brand. Never
Yeah.
before have you been able to interact with, at least for me also, like, you know, with the level of founders, right? Like that I'm able to obviously have access to. So I love that, like they call you the the chief reply guy. I think that's incredible. Like you're down in the trenches with people. I think that genuinely shows. Okay, so let's maybe transition a little bit. Let's turn it up. Let's get a little spicy for a second. So I know back in 2021, you mentioned that that essentially it's not, the bottleneck is not blockchains, right? I think you said something like it's not blockchains aren't the bottleneck, but adoption is, right? We're 4 years later now, 2025. Do you
Yeah.
still think that adoption is the bottleneck, or has the game changed, I guess, in a certain way for you?
Um, yes, still, I think the technical infrastructure
Okay.
already pretty matured, especially for the past years. Like we have all the layer twos, and see, right now, if you see about what's the offering from the crypto industry to the real world, you see like we have enough blockchains, we have enough indexing services, all the fundamental tech infra, and what we're looking for like is the showcase that. How the real world can be benefit from crypto technology, right? So I think on that part, there's we need more people like me. We're actively pitching, we're actively do pilot project to showcase to the real world how how you can deploy blockchain, how blockchain help you like optimize your efficiency, that kind of thing. So tech is pretty much ready. And I'm glad to see this year the regulatory framework, the regulatory environment is getting a lot better. So there's some more opportunity for us to push adoption. And there's one realization that adoption need to be pushed. Is not natural stuff. It's not natural stuff because blockchain is a whole generation of the new digital infra, right? So as a lot of the blockchains were not based on, you don't really need a data center, you don't really need a lot of servers, you don't need like a account system and stuff. So it's a whole new stuff. So and the traditional world, a lot of times, firstly, they don't understand how efficient it can be. Secondly, the legacy world usually just get used to what's already been done. They don't want to try new things. That's what I'm saying. Like we need to actively push it. We need to actively incentive people who want to try new things, and then they gradually understand. Okay, this is game changing, and then they jump into it. So
facts. Yeah, and we had also like a couple questions that people pre-submitted just to kind of ask, and this was one directly from the community that asked, is Sign Protocol's verification system really decentralized, or is it just a fancy wrapper for centralized trust? That's
actually a very, very, very good question.
Yeah,
so the way we think about this as the verification system itself. So the verification system is called Sign Protocol as one of our offerings, and the verification itself is purely decentralized. It's based on cryptography. We can understand who's signing for who. It's pure decentralized stuff. It's open source, decentralized. You can see everything on SignScan. But I would say the content for verification is centralized because that's how we see the world built. Like trust itself, it's a centralized system, right? Say I trust you, you trust me, we trust each other, and it's more like, say, if you want to, if like say I go to this say I pay tax, or like I do Uber driver, I do Uber because I trust my driver who can can drive, right? Because he have a driver license. It was been issued by a centralized institution. So what I'm saying is even in the real life, actually everything work because we have a centralized trust system. And but like what we're offering on chain is we figure out a way to making sure trust can be verifiable, because right now there's a lot of problem we have because we can't verify dollar trust. Like say if you want to have access to financial services and you need to get your KYC approval, but the problem is right now there's no way to mathematically verify your ID through a virtual environment, right? Say I show you a picture of my ID. So this is say this is my ID, right? I show you a picture. There's no way you can verify if it's right or wrong. Right? It's if you're using Sign Protocol, you can mathematically verify if this ID is issued or signed by the issuance counterpart, right? That's our offering. So
I was gonna say maybe like kind of building on that, because it seems like who are the competitors to like as you were holding up the idea, I'm thinking to myself like who else is actually doing this, right? Because it sounded like to me the way I think about it is you've probably got competitors both in the Web 2 and in the Web 3 side, right? Like I look at like a DocuSign, and I'm sure that there's a ton of other like on-chain, probably, notary services. It's like one of the best use cases like of blockchain. What's maybe, I guess, how do you view do you view them as competition? And give us like I want the real take, right? Like what is something that maybe that they won't say out loud about like this whole industry that maybe you will, because like you're in these trenches out here?
I mean, competition it doesn't matter at all, because it is I mean, competition on technological infrastructure is not the key thing. right now. The important thing is who can build use cases, who can build deployment, like adoption. Like right, say we all have different blockchains. Everybody have a blockchain. There's an infinite layer twos out there.
Yeah.
But who the definition of who successful is who have more users, who have more use cases, who have more like adoption. Like say Sign protocol as a attestation protocol, and everybody can easily fork our open source code to build their own like solution. But how many applications you have on your like protocol? That's what matters. I would say smart contract or something from a technical standpoint is not a rocket science. It's not that complicated. It's like the ecosystem abilities, or like who can really go into different countries, different big companies to in convince them this is better technology to migrate a lot of services, public services right now host on the like legacy system to move on the blockchain system. And that's like what we are actively doing. So I don't really care too much about in crypto competition, because that's not the future, right? Even like the future is like how many real world services we can move from traditional legacy system on chain.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm with you. I love that. I mean, I love the take. I think it's. I mean, there's definitely different ways to look at it, but I love kind of like that vision on it. Let's maybe, if we talk about also, like, let's maybe kind of get like hypothetical, because when I look at this entire landscape of crypto, we see different nation states. One day, if I remember in 2021, man, it was crazy. One day it was India bans crypto, China bans crypto, and it's like, this is wild. And granted, now we have a much like clearer path and clearer framework. But if we get hypothetical, let's say if a nation state did decide, let's say we're done with blockchain, like, you know, we're banning smart contracts tomorrow, what happens to Sign? Is there a plan B? Like, and I mean, it sounds like you guys have so many different business lines and built out at this point, but is there like, what happens if that's the case? If a nation state decides, let's say we're banning smart contracts?
It won't work because you can't shut down the blockchain.
Yeah.
You can't, if you ban, means nothing to the blockchain. I mean, if as long as your services is not based on the government license or something. I mean, like, so right now it's happening in the U.S. The regulatory officers are become more friendly to the DeFi world, and I'm not sure if how it's gonna change within 1 year. But I say right now, if even though they want to shut down Uniswap, they can shut down Uniswap, but people will still using Uniswap open source code to deploy smart contracts and adding liquidity. So nothing will change.
True.
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, it's just like honestly, in that sense, like the nation state have to work with the crypto as they just have to, because they can't kill it.
Yeah,
they have to. Yeah, they have to adapt. Yeah.
That's the beauty. Yeah, and that's the beauty about this whole tech is the decentralized nature and component of everything is just. Yes. I mean,
I think for us, like as a tech entrepreneurs, what we need to do is we need to prove to the real world that this is efficient, right? Say like the verification services we have, right? We just offer this to different countries. They realize, oh, this is a lot like easier for us to onboarding new customers, verify the real IDs, do better border controls, and then they will embrace our technology. But for us, we just need to do better, like showcases or something to demonstrate the stability and the efficiency.
Yeah, I'm with it. I like it, Xin. I like it. Okay, we're gonna do something that we always do on the on a lot of the WagMi spaces. We do it on the streams as well. We call it fact or fiction. So I give you a quick statement, and you literally tell me fact or fiction. If you want to give a quick explanation, totally fine. Give us like a quick 15-second take. But all right, let's kick this off. So, fact or fiction? Sign is just DocuSign on the blockchain. That's it. Fact or fiction?
Fake. Fiction. But it's also like if you know us like 2021, that's fact, but not anymore.
I love it. Web3 signing is only for crypto degens. Fact or fiction?
Fiction. Only for crypto signing. Crypto degen is useless.
All right, I like it. Fact or fiction? You used to be a hardcore Huobi trader. Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Let's go. What was your wildest trade back in those days?
I single-handed make 100x on Polygon.
Oh, let's go. That's wild. So you were working as a trader like for Huobi back in the day?
No, not a trader. I was leading the investment arm in at Huobi.
Oh, let's go. I love that. Okay, beautiful. Wow, I didn't know that. Good stuff. Okay, fact or fiction. Token table is just for VCs in Wales. Fact or fiction?
Fiction. It's false as fuck. I mean, most of the users are definitely retail cool claim airdrops, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's it. I like this. Now we're starting to warm up. Okay, fact or fiction. What's one thing, your tech or your journey, that sounds like fiction but is 100% fact?
My journey.
Yeah. I mean, after reading about it just now, the 100x on Polygon, god damn, that's wild. Yeah, I love it, man.
A lot of things like honestly, like doing startups, your life become like just more even more intense in fiction. Like you sometimes when I experience something, I say if somebody have this in like a soap opera, like TV series is not as dramatic as something I experienced.
It's wild. Yeah. I mean, this space is definitely wild. So let's maybe build on this a little bit, right? So let's go. This is what we call story time. So, so with this part of the show, I kind of want to, I like humanizing the guests that come on here, right? Like I want people, like people need to understand that, you know, I might be a back cowl PFP, but at the end of the day, like I'm here showing my face and so on. But if we talk about like, you know, you leading the investment arm over at Huobi, like take us back. I think it was what, like 2020, you're working at Huobi. What was like the moment that you literally said to yourself, wait a minute, like, fuck this, I'm going to go build something crazy. Like, and I'm going to go build what is today, obviously Sign and everything else. Like, what's the aha moment?
Well, okay. On that, I do have a very clear memory of that. So, in Huobi is a centralized exchange, and you can imagine there's a lot of people in a huge office. And I clearly remember this is late 2020, and there's one day I just sit at my desk, and it's close to the corridor. So I look down to the corridor. I see 200 people. Like there's 200 people working in one office with no meeting rooms, and it's noisy as fuck. And I'm just seeing like people like. Yeah, I think very clear. I just told myself this is not my like plan for the next 5 years. In the next 5 years, gonna change this. I don't want to be just a part of the corporates.
A cog in the fucking wheel, man. Like, yeah, fuck that. I hear you.
Yeah, I just want to change the thing I have, right? So think about like before entrepreneur, before like startup, like I think just like most of the audience here, like you probably have a full-time job in crypto, but also part-time you heavily trading, right? So, but I mean, you don't want to do this for too long, right?
Yeah.
So in crypto, there's a lot of opportunities, and the cost of opportunity is also very high, right? So if you have a chance, like for me, gladly I met the bull run for 2020 and 2021. I think okay, let's just do it, right? Let's try it. At least like if everything fails, and I'm coming back, I become a better investor because I understand things more.
Yeah, I love that, man. It's like this is what I love. Like this ethos is the thing that I genuinely love about this space. It's like, let's take a fucking shot. Like, why not? Like why not now? This is Xin, this is amazing stuff. So I want to try and maybe glean like some more insight, right? So as I think about like you as a founder, like every founder has almost like their crash and burn moment. You know what I mean? What's maybe like the one failure that you would look back on? Because right, like I mean, if I can I can count on many hands how many failures I've had in this space. But like, what's the one failure that you look back on that maybe like almost broke you, and you're just like fuck, like you were maybe ready to give up? And how did you actually maybe bounce back from it?
Yeah, it's I think sometimes for fundraising, it's but if just say one more, that I would say like sometimes like can't find product market fit for your products. When the products out, you see there's no product market fit. That's frustrating. And So our by far the most successful product is Token Table, and Token Table have many versions. In the very beginning, it's purely for VCs and founders, because we learn a lot from Carta. We think okay, Carta have a good market share, and in crypto the cap table is way more complicated. So if we build a crypto version Carta, there should be users, and we validate this idea with all the VCs. They all say yes, if you build this out, we're definitely going to use it. But after you spend like months finally launching the product, you realize okay, there's some reason people don't use your product, but they also not telling you.
Yeah.
Right. So as if you feel like you're scammed or something, but it's true. A lot of times you need to really observing people, or you need to start with MVP and to validate this product market fit from the very beginning. And there's also like sometimes the crypto scene shifted so fast, right? Say like within 3 months, people say for the past like 2 or 3 years, airdrop become a very hot stuff, right? So our business is based on airdrop because we charge $1 per airdrop claim. But if VCs are dying this year, after VC died, after there's a lot of projects dead, after the centralized exchange listing requirement changes, probably next year there won't be airdrop anymore.
True, that's a good point. Yeah.
So I mean, the crypto market, the patterns is changing so fast. A lot of times, like when you cannot cash this, you feel lost, you feel like frustrating, you feel like okay, crypto is so volatile. Even it's not just secondary market, even on product building, so volatile. So that's frustrating.
It's unforgiving out here, man. Like this is an unforgiving freaking. I mean, it's you got to. So I guess maybe let's transition that. Like, what's maybe give us like what's your wildest like Web3 story? Was it like a DM from a or maybe I don't know, a sketchy DM, a crazy like conference or meeting with a VC? Like, what's like the wildest like Web3 story you got?
I gotta think about this.
Maybe a deal that came out of nowhere. I don't know. Like, was it like something where it could be the 100x that you maybe hit, or like before you even started, or a deal that came through that maybe you didn't know? But yeah, like I mean, what do you? How I want to hear this, man, because someone like you with like a pedigree like yours that has a background like yours. Yeah, there's got to be some crazy shit that happened. Come on.
Yeah, I think this year my journey also pretty wild because something I talk about, like I say, okay, we're gonna build like digital infrastructure for countries. Like a lot of people saying, it's too early, it's not ready, it's not real.
Yeah.
But I think so before. I think so last year. But last year we had a chance. Basically, one of my friends is an ambassador to a country, and so. I never understand how country works, how like governments work, how diplomatic officers works. But like I'm a pure crypto guy. But last year I heard about okay, they wanted to explore some crypto stuff. So I think okay, I'm a guy. I naturally want to do new things. I want to explore. Right. I want to see if it works.
Yeah.
And after we built it, they just love it. And I think the craziest moment I've experienced this year is Trump launched a token. So if I told you last year, I say the president of the United States,
no fucking way, I believe you,
inviting the top holder to party in Washington D.C. and nobody gonna believe this, right?
Yeah,
but it's true. And after this, as for us, like we got a lot of conversation going on with all the countries we have worked with. We work with Thailand, we work with Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, and many countries. When we have this conversation, I surprisingly realize their government people also understand crypto very well. They're just looking for a opportunity to start to tapping into crypto. They start to understanding, if this is a good timing, we'll launch our own stable coins and how this is going to benefit my country. And once it's done, it will become a very huge trend. If everybody start to adopting crypto and all this cryptocurrencies, all these currencies on crypto, all these like attestations, IDs will be on a one standard, and then there'll be a lot of game-changing stuff happening. Like say the base income system will build it for a country. We're gonna announce it within 5 weeks, and then the country, every citizen in the country will go to our token table to claim their base income every month. It's something like
what country? Come on, bro. Come on. This is Alpha League Live shit. Come on, bro.
It's a small, like it's a Caribbean island country, and that's all what I can say. So, but it's a game changing for everybody in the country. It's also a very good showcase to the world how crypto can benefit the real world.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's actually crazy. It's just because I do it every day. So I myself underrated the craziness of it, but I think it's a great story. It's a great like things that have actually happened to us this for the past like 2 years.
Yeah,
we got this opportunity.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. Like this is what I like. Just so you have some background on me, right? Like I was on Wall Street for 11 years, and I saw behind the curtain. I was a market maker, and like for OTC equities. So like I saw what went on behind the curtain, and this is a once in a lifetime technology, and especially now, like when, and maybe that leads into my next question too, right? Like what would you be doing now if it wasn't like, if you weren't building Sign, right? Like and token table and everything else, like what do you think you'd be doing? Because now we have blockchain, we have AI. I mean, there's just so like, this is the craziest technological, like forget the industrial revolution. This is something even, in my opinion, like 10 times crazier. What would you be doing right now if it wasn't like, if you weren't building Sign?
I got, for this, I have something spicy. So
yeah, let's go.
I gotta build a de-dollarized online banking system. Woo! So I'm gonna build a gold standard stuff. So basically, like say I send you $10, and after you receive it, you're gonna automatically convert it to gold. And what I'm saying is, I've been seeing so you see what's happening, right? So China start to not like gradually depeg with US dollar. They start to trade on their own currency, like Russia doing the same thing.
Yep.
The US is keep issuing more debts and trying to dumping US dollar to every corner of the world. As it's true, right? Say and they're trying to use everybody else's money to buy their own the treasury T-bills. So what's happening is you can see what kind of people doing this. It's a shitcoin people, right? Shitcoin launchers, right? So right now they're dumping US dollar, dumping your shitcoins. So what I'm gonna do is gonna protect people by helping people start to use the best currency, which is Bitcoin or gold. And the Bitcoin is whoever accept Bitcoin already accept Bitcoin, but gold is something new. And if I haven't tapped into crypto, I'm gonna build just a Venmo or Zelle, but it's based on gold.
Okay, I like that. Holy shit! I was not expecting. I was not expecting that one. Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, right? Think about it, right?
Yeah.
I think still gold is a stable thing, but we already have all the APIs, right? Say whoever send you money automatically converted to gold, and you just save gold. You on your balance, it's gonna show you have 10 grams of gold, and when you're paying people, we're gonna convert to gold, or we're gonna convert to US dollar or the other currency whoever people accepts. But everybody have their gold reserve. We're gonna pay Kim Kardashian to make an advertisement, say, "Oh, today I have my first gold account. Do you have it?"
Oh my God, man! The day we see that one, yeah. Have you seen the new Coinbase commercial, the Bitcoin commercial with the houses? Oh man, I wish I had that queued up. I'm gonna pull that up while we maybe get into the next question. But it's such a powerful. Really, really powerful. It shows this house floating away, and it's 12 years ago, you could have bought this house for 30,000 Bitcoin. And it's 5 years ago, you could have bought this for 20 Bitcoin. Today, you could buy it for 5. He's like, why do home prices keep going down in Bitcoin, but rising in US dollars? And it was just such a wow, kind of moment that you realize this really, all this shit that you hear is financial freedom and everything else. This really is what it is. What's your take on when you look at Bitcoin, right? Obviously, you guys are building, you mentioned the ERC20 standard. What's your take on Bitcoin? Digital gold, like just like global asset reserve, hold it, scarcity, like that whole deal? Or do you think we really need to actually like really start building real infra on Bitcoin, and that's where the rails essentially are genuinely going to live? Or, and like, meaning like, do you think it's just the ERC20, or do we need to build on Bitcoin in order to make it like really valuable?
So I see Bitcoin as the digital gold. And I think, say everyone need a gold, and this is a digital gold is a better gold because gold can be faked. Gold it's not. A lot of people have not pure gold.
Yeah.
They pretend it's pure, but it's not easy to verify. You need to see the spectrum or whatever. But on Bitcoin, it's so easy to verify if it's real Bitcoin, right? So it's a better version of the gold. It's just taking time for everybody to accept it. When everybody accepts it, it's going to be 5 million. One Bitcoin. So but I'm against Bitcoin Fi, honestly. I'm against the interest. Like people, I one of the things I hate is over financialized system. Right? Say if you right now deposit your money to a bank and never ask the bank how much money, what they're gonna do with your money.
Yeah.
Right? Say sometimes when the bank collapse, like everybody got hurt, everybody got burnt. So I'm a conservative person on that. The ideal banking solution for me is ideal custodian solution. Just I give you money, you don't use my money, don't give my money to somebody else, and I can pay you, but making sure my money is safe.
Yeah.
I don't like the whole idea of lending without like let me know. So right now, if you talk to a bank, how much money they actually have, how much money they already loaned out, nobody have clarity on that. So I think it's very fraudulent like system. But the one, so on Bitcoin, I don't like the idea of making Bitcoin holder to enjoy yield or interest. Bitcoin itself, the beta is big enough. Just making sure you hold your Bitcoin tight, and don't get yourself like a unnecessary risks. But if I'm saying like some of the infra need to be built as a next generation custodian services.
Yeah.
Like I think 21st century deserve a new Swiss for Bitcoin. So where is the custodian services and is only loyal to its owner, to its customer. So it's although I have a lot of sovereign nation as my client, but I don't like. So right now they're above individuals.
Yeah.
Right. So they can tell the bank to froze your money or something. But if I say we need an infrastructure for Bitcoin custodian, that custodian services is loyal to its customer, is not loyal to the jurisdiction. So that's something I want to build if I have a chance, but not near because I don't know how.
I'm sure you'll get there, and I'm sure you will figure it out. Yeah. I'm just looking at some of the comments. Yeah, Landy, like he does make a good point, but I mean, you hear a lot of us say this, and a lot of the Bitcoin maxis, like just hodl your Bitcoin, like just like you don't gotta do nothing, just hold on to your Bitcoin. You don't have to do anything crazy. But this is
I'm Bitcoiner. I believe in that. So like ERC20 is because like on the other blockchain there has smart contract. There's more business use cases we can build, but it's not gold, right? So like gold is gold, and application is application. So we're doing different things. But deep in my heart, I believe in gold. I believe in digital gold as well.
I like it. Yeah, Landy brings up a good point. He goes, we can code his law. We can code his law of the custodial solution. Good stuff. Okay, so I know you gave us some good shit this entire time. You definitely did. What's next, right? Like what's coming up next for Sign? What are maybe some new features, partnerships, other sovereign nations you got cooking? What are maybe some companies or protocols, token updates? Give me the goods. What do we got?
Yes. So soon you're gonna see like we build a lot of digital infrastructure for more countries, and between countries like more and more like there'll be more and more fiat currency be issued on ERC20 format, and there will be the first on-chain forex. It's a decentralized forex can have can inevitably appear to be the first forex. And secondly, we're gonna have an identity system that digitally verify who you are on chain. So the way we do KYC will completely changing. And the third part, I think, is tokenization. So right now, we also work with Ireland company, metal exchanges, to tokenize some of their scores or some of their metals and stuff. So soon we're gonna have. So basically, as long as you have stable coins, you're able to buy everything on chain. So that's a few things where especially. I think stock, U.S. stock is also one of the big category will be put on chain very soon.
We see Kraken obviously making those. We see Kraken. We heard Charles Schwab is now going to be going to full 24-hour trading, hopefully by 2026. So yeah, I'm with you. This entire game is definitely going to change. All right, tell me now, maybe when you look at. I know we talked about because I'm always curious to see how do especially founders like you, right? How do people view certain movements, right? So when we look at InfoFi right now, or AttentionFi, whatever you want to call it, right? We look at what the fuck happened with Laudio. It was hype, crazy build up, and then it was 24 hours later, it was token do nothing. So it's what the fuck is going on? What's your take? Maybe what do you see? And you could use the AttentionFi market. I definitely want your opinion on the AttentionFi market, but what's maybe if you want to use that or something else that you're looking at and you're there's so much hype around this, but it's just bullshit right now in the Web3 space because there's so many because now with AttentionFi, now you see Clout come out, you see Yapio, right, with Arbitrum and all these other things. And we're constantly talking about it. There's Quacks and Yaps and Snaps. And we're oh my God, we got all these apps coming out of our ears. What's your take on the AttentionFi market? And is there anything else that you're looking at in the current Web3 market that you're yeah, this hype is bullshit. There's nothing really cooking here.
I think the problem for them is they care too much about inner circle attention, right? So it's you think about the network graph. It's the same group of people, and trying to build an echo chamber for each other. So it doesn't really draw any attention from the real world. Doesn't draw any attention from the from the outside the world because. The crypto circle is already small enough. Honestly, for the past 1 year, is shrinking, and right now it's just everybody talking about the same stuff, trying to get a higher mind share within a very small circle. I think that doesn't really contribute anything. So what we do is we try to go to the real world, talk to the general audience, the people who don't know crypto or don't know about us, about blockchain. So yeah. That's very important. It's time to have build your Web2 influence, right? Even right now, we'll work with some KOLs. We'll try to work with celebrities, have huge influence in Web2 and not pure Web3, because within Web3, the same amount of people, same amount of liquidity, and the mind share here is a zero-sum game, and I don't see that making too much sense.
Yeah, so I'm kind of the same sentiment. I feel Kaito had that first mover advantage at the end of the day, but now we're seeing, and we were talking about this on my show earlier, where it's all you're seeing now is just echo chamber. It's the the engagement isn't really coming from, hey, this is let me tell you about this protocol and what it does. It's, this is the amount of money I got from this drop, or this is how much this person's compensating me, and round we go. So yeah, I'm definitely with you on that one.
You see, every bull market is say in the NFT hype, we've got a lot of traditional world attention, the celebrities buying Bored Apes or something. So we also NFT is a great wrapper of traditional world IPs and stuff, right? So basically, you need to figure out a product or something to bring traditional world, something in the traditional world hard to monetize, and in crypto they can monetize their influence or something. So I think in that on that sense, meme coin is definitely better a sector on compared to InfoFi. So I think that's important.
Yeah, agreed. What's maybe the biggest? Maybe give us a prediction in terms of maybe what do you see being the biggest shift in Web3 maybe over the next 5 years or so? Because I feel when people say, in a year, in 5 years, and it's a month down here feels like we're in the quantum realm, and it feels like 100 years. But what's maybe the biggest shift that you think we're going to see in the Web3 space over the next 5 years?
I think, so 5 years.
It's a fucking eternity. I know.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's not really eternity. It's because one of those frustrating thing is if you look back 5 years, 5 years back, and not much really changed.
Yeah,
there's not much really happening compared to the EV industry, compared to a lot of the other industry were slow.
True.
But I say this is the end of it. I think in the next 5 years there will be a very few VCs, and we'll enter the next phase where there's literally no VCs, and every entrepreneur, every token need to based on their community, based on their initial product market fit, instead of a couple of strong backers from VC side. So the whole game is changing. Actually, you're gonna go back to before 2017, where it was before 2017, because before 2017 there's no VC. There's no ICO. There's no like so quick money. You need to really distribute your token to your community, and everybody make money together, or everybody not.
Yeah.
But not like right now, right? I think the game will be. It's like cryptocurrency, like renaissance. So we're gonna back to we will not like care too much about like the business side of crypto. I think so. Let me explain more. So I think some of the cryptocurrencies, they're just cryptocurrency. Some of the token, they're token. The price of the token is based on their products. But I will say in the future we'll have more cryptocurrency, and some of the if a project their users or something, their attention mostly come from their product, they might choose to go to the traditional capital market. They can get listed on that as well. Yeah, and they really need to issue a token. So whoever issue a token need to have very strong community, and that's what I'm saying. The crypto thing will looks similar to what we have before 2017. Everybody belong to a community, and everybody are building different use cases for the currency. Instead of you have a use case and you launch a token on the use case, it will be different.
Yeah, I like that take. I like it. What's maybe, is there, like, give us, I kind of want to hear your, like, what's one project or token that you're maybe looking at right now that you're hella bullish on, and you're looking at it and you're like, wow, this is definitely going to be something that maybe not a lot of people are talking about right now? Yeah, the hard-hitting questions. Come on, give us the insight. Let's go.
I mean, look on my watch list right now. So
let's go. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, let me see. I want to know, like, is it maybe decentralized, something in DeSci? Is it like what are we? Yeah, what are you looking at specifically that, token or project? I mean, either or, sector. And give me the reason why. I kind of want to get inside your head a little bit. What are you looking at?
I mean, politician token, politician coins.
What?
Politician coins.
Really? Like senators and senators and congressmen?
Yeah, presidents. Wow. I think you see, what I'm saying is you see, there's more right now. There's more I'm seeing company. They're hired by politicians because politician is in the real world somebody who need attention the most. Yeah. And I think politicians also, it's hard for politicians to monetize their influence a lot of times. So you don't want them to corrupt, right? Yeah. If a politician that launch a coin, they can figure out how to make money by themselves, how to make money for whoever believe them and support them. That will be a game changer for how politics works. And I think Trump really set the benchmark for things, right? So previously, how president make money is different. Yeah. And I mean, it's capitalism, right? We want a rich president, so I think that's something new. That's very something new. I think we underestimated all the politician coins.
Dude, I mean, I think it's like you said in the beginning, right? It's like never in a million years that I think that owning a fucking presidential meme coin could potentially get me a seat at a dinner table with the president of the United States. Like, I'd be some Joe Schmo. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's fucking crazy when you really think about it,
Yeah. I think it can become more like regular in the future.
Wow. I mean, man, I'm not looking forward to the news programming at that point when we got politicians and congressmen launching fucking meme tokens.
Right. And so in the future, it becomes like, forget about vote. It becomes like whose coin get a higher like market cap. So who become the president?
Yeah. Wow, that's just that is something.
Let's do this a little bit more.
Yeah.
Think about if it's pure capitalism, right? Say if whose coin have a better market cap, basically means firstly who got more important like people to support.
Yeah, true.
Who represents the most people's interest.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can have more people and more like money support you. So it's a next level democracy.
Yeah. I mean, this. Do you think that there'll be a time like because like when we look at like the president now, right, and obviously like all the rails he's putting in place, super pro blockchain, Bitcoin. Do you think we'll get to a point where we see where we'll eventually vote for a president or a political figure using blockchain?
Oh, it's already happening. It's part of our offering to countries. It's think about every vote are verifiable on chain as tied to your IDs, so you don't worry about like people with no ID to vote. People or like some people can like write votes for all the others. No, it's the e-signatures, the cryptography gonna eliminate all these concerns.
Are there sovereign nations right now that are using blockchain for like elections?
We're building for them.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool. I love that. That's amazing. That is amazing. Good shit.
It's natural after you have digital ID, right? So everybody have a digital ID. You just naturally vote with the digital like keys, and if it's on chain, so it's so easy, it's so transparent, right? Who else can offer a better system than blockchain?
Yeah, it makes perfect fucking sense to me. Like you don't gotta convince me. Like it genuinely makes sense.
In the past years, people are going to have excuses as the technology isn't ready or something. But right now, I think it's a revolution on the technology scene. So it's going to happen.
Agreed. Before we get into some of the final shots, I did have one question. I'm curious, like, what's your take overall on the artificial intelligence scene? How are you maybe guys using artificial intelligence? Like, what do you guys? I mean, I'm a junkie for all of this tech. I mean, I use everything from image and video generation to I can't imagine my life without my virtual like custom GPT, right? Like my like she has a name, right? Like Junie is like my virtual assistant. So I'm kind of curious, like what's your take on AI and are you using it obviously like with Sign and Token Table and where do you see it in the future? Like I mean immediate future.
So basically, for us, like we're of course everybody using AI agent. I use OpenAI and all the others a lot, but I think we do have a lot of discussion regards on how AI agents can use us, because we're building services, right?
Yeah,
and I would say if a smart contract backed services is much more reliable than centralized SaaS services from a agent perspective. Right. If you are AI agent, you think about I'm gonna choose smart contract or use like a centralized SaaS. Which SaaS can like they can change their services. There's no way I can verify if the outcome is true or not, and they can change the policy a lot. But if I'm using smart contract, I can guarantee I get the whatever I want. Right. So we're trying to building more like public services on by smart contracts and making sure all these smart contracts to become a strong tools for AI agents. Can be accessible to AI agents. That's part of our focus. I think. I mean, blockchain, cryptocurrency, smart contracts are all tools for AI agents. But what's the native payment stuff, building added up? I think that's the whole AI agent become to do anything.
Do you see the future being like agentic? Because I mean, I see it so clearly where AI needs the blockchain and the blockchain needs AI as well at the rapid pace that they're both growing. Like you need to be able to verify every single, whether it's transaction data, truth, a vote, whatever. Like AI, I mean, we need that verification layer of the blockchain when it comes to artificial intelligence because I mean, some of the fakes and what you're able to do right now with AI is fucking crazy, man. It is wild.
Yeah, it's true. That's why like we also spend time on attestations, right? So you need to verify who's who, right? Who's saying something, who's have consent over something.
Yeah, facts. All right, let's go kind of into Xin, this has been an amazing conversation. Like, first off, thank you for obviously doing this. We'll get into like maybe like the last segment, but what's maybe one thing, and I always like kind of hearing like founders take on this. Give us like, I guess the final, what we call the WagMe take, right? What's the one thing that crypto Twitter needs to hear right now that maybe nobody is telling them? Like what does crypto Twitter need to hear right now?
Just follow less InfoFi products.
Follow less, yo. I love it.
Yeah, because you need to see real info. Now, like people create content for money, and so you see everything, the similar thing every day.
Yeah, I like it.
It's not genuine information.
Yeah, less info file. Yo, I love this shit. Okay, last couple rapid fire questions. ETH or Sol for this next for the next bull run? ETH or Solana?
None of them.
Either,
yes. No.
Well, okay, which one? What's the one token I should be looking at?
Bitcoin.
I like that. Let's go. And this is something that is literally building. He started off this entire interview and said ERC20 will be the world global standard. I fucking love this.
Wait. Let me clarify. ERC20 doesn't mean Ethereum.
Fair.
Yes. Base. It can be on Base. It can be on BNB chain. It's EVM standard, not Ethereum. Yeah. Okay.
I like it. Give us what's the worst coin that you've ever held?
Bear chain.
Really?
Yeah, lost a lot of money. Yeah.
Damn.
The biggest loss for this year. Yeah.
Damn. Rough. Okay. I thought you were gonna say something like maybe like Mantra or like one of these other ones that like came out of nowhere.
I never buy Mantra. I see the chart. I know it's no. I'm not the type of investor.
Okay, I like it. What's maybe or who is maybe one founder, like Web3 founder that's out there like straight cooking right now that maybe people need to know about, like from your perspective?
I think that's interesting.
Yeah, take your time. Like this. Yes. When I get you guys thinking, this is like the pinnacle for me. I'm like, yeah, think you gotta think. We can come back to it. Tell me about what about the what's a I'm gonna put you on the spot. What's a meme coin right now that you're secretly in love with, but maybe like you won't really admit publicly? Like, what's a meme coin? Tell me.
It's I can admit it like publicly. It had Obama, Sonic 10 new. Always.
Yo, what?
I'm a Bitcoin lover. But I'm not saying which Bitcoin. So, by the Harry Potter Obama 10 News ticker is also Bitcoin.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You guys heard it here. Harry Potter Obama Sonic Inu is literally Shin's like that's the meme coin of choice.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. That is crazy. I love it. Yeah. I know that shout out to Enoch and the boys out there, man. I know that this was one of the big ones that they were pushing. Crazy. Xin, I mean, incredible. Give us like your final, maybe like closing thoughts and like maybe just general outlook and maybe message for either, the WagMi fam or just the crypto Twitter Web3, people in general. Like, what do you want to leave us with?
Okay. I want to be like a little bit more serious on this because I think that the thing is really changing. Like the pattern already is shifting. Like say whatever we have in the past maybe will die hard in the next like couple months. And there'll be a lot of new trend, like I said. So like the global distribution for US dollar, like I say, World Librify, US dollar, USDC, a lot of people are actively pushing. And also the next level of tokenization, like metal, like US stock, there's a lot of things we'll be having. And like I say, the general pattern of how startup doing, like in the future, VC investments, airdrop, a lot of things will be changing. So there will be a huge change in the next within this 1 year or something. So if my understanding is we have to pick like what's real in the future and hold hard onto it, and don't hold hard onto what's past, because that will the past is you can't like spend too much with the past. Like if once it's past, and that's what I'm telling myself.
I love it, man. I love it.
It's gonna be a new world.
Yeah, it is a whole new world. It's why I think a lot of people are spending their time here. I think, first off, last off, like, congrats on everything that you're building. I'm looking forward to seeing like what you got cooking, obviously, in the future. And Xin, thank you so much for genuinely doing this, taking the time and obviously spending it out of your day and spending it with me. And to the Wagmi fam, like, I hope this was super insightful, because man, I love these one-on-one conversations with founders like you, because I'm able to get inside your head and really, like, we were able to see your journey like throughout. This was incredible, man. So I just want to say thank you from me, from the WagmiHub fam, and everybody obviously watching. I think we got 4,000 people that are watching live right now. So I genuinely appreciate you obviously taking the time to do this, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Thanks for having me.
100%, guys. You heard it here. That's Alpha League Live episode 2. We just got done with Xin, and go check out Sign. Everything, like, follow what this dude is doing, man. Like, I hope everybody found this super insightful. Thanks for everybody that was in the comments, and we'll see y'all later. Peace. Bye.